Welcome to Trusted Maritime Recruiting. Safety Reviewer. Always remember, safety first is a rule. Reliability, accuracy, and efficiency. Help, protection, and care. Part 2. 13. What are the main vertical zones, MVZ? The main vertical zones are the areas in which the ship is divided. This is constructed with special metallic walls, fire-resistant, which divide the ship continuously from top to bottom in certain count of vertical zones, to avoid the fire spreading from one zone to another. These vertical zones are numbered from 1 to X, depending on the ship's length and type, from the front zone, bow, to the rear zone, stern. 14. How to understand in which main vertical zones, MVZ, you are located. It is possible to know in which vertical zone you are located, by reading the information on every fire screen door, FSD. 15. What is FSD, fire screen door? These are doors especially built to stand the fire in any fire-resistant compartment, and to be closed in case of fire. These can be operated from a local position, and by remote control from the bridge. 16. What is WTD, watertight door? Watertight doors are designed to prevent the movement of water through the doorway. They protect the watertight compartments of the ship in case of flooding, collision, grounding or stranding, or even in the event of fire. The count of watertight doors is varied from ship to ship. Each ship is equipped with certain count of watertight doors, and they are located on certain decks. They are normally shut during navigation and open when in port. They can be closed and opened from the bridge, from the emergency stations located on certain deck, and locally on both sides of each watertight door. 17. What is fire damper? When a compartment is on fire, airflow to the area must be cut off, to isolate the flames and smoke. To this end, all air trunks, exhaust and supply, are sealed by fire dampers. 18. What is EEBD, Emergency Escape Breathing Device? Used to escape and protect the user from the toxic or oxygen-deficient atmosphere, in the event of a fire. 19. Where are the passenger muster stations and embarkation stations located? Passenger muster stations, MVZs, and embarkation stations, whether for lifeboats or life rafts, are located on certain decks by certain areas, and they are varied, depending on the ship's design. 20. What would you do if you found handicapped passengers who need assistance in the event of an emergency? To call the handicap team stationed by the front desk, which is located on certain deck, over ship's assigned telephone number. Handicap team will escort them to their muster station. If handicap team is not available for any reason, the emergency group members, except stairway guides on each deck, will assist them, and pass them deck by deck, until they reach their muster station. 21. What would you do if you found passengers who are drunk, not behaving, or not following your instructions in the event of an emergency? To control or keep that person in one corner, in order to keep the flow of traffic of other passengers evacuating the area, and then clearly explain the emergency, and escort them to their muster station. 22. Where are the spare life jackets located? Spare life jackets are located on certain decks, whether starboard side or port side. There are certain count of boxes for adults, and certain count of boxes for children. It is varied, depending on the ship's design and capacity. 23. How many lifeboats are there on board, location and capacity? Lifeboats are located on certain decks on both ship's sides. Port side has even numbers, and starboard side has odd numbers. Lifeboats' capacity is varied, depending on the ship's and lifeboat's design and capacity. You will receive a detailed safety reviewer booklet in your ship, explains and informs you with all details. The capacity of lifeboat is written on the bow, front, and inside of the lifeboat. 24. Procedures for lowering the lifeboat. 1. Lower the embarkation ladder. Remove the drain hose. Release the gripes, lashing wire. 2. Lower to the embarkation deck by lifting up the winch brake. 3. Secure the plug. Secure the browsing tackles. Source the forward sea painter line, if needed. 4. Release the tricing pendant forward and aft. 5. Start the engine. 6. Embark persons into the lifeboat one by one. First, crew assigned to check plugs, browsing tackles, and sea painters. Second, passengers, sick, and injured persons first, children with their mothers, and women and men. Third, crew members assigned to the lifeboat. 7. Slack slowly the browsing tackles forward and aft. 8. Lower the lifeboat to the sea, using the brake. When the lifeboat is on the water, 1. Release first the aft and then forward floating blocks. 2. Release the painter's sea line. 3. Push first the bow, and then the side of the lifeboat by using the boat hooks. 25. How many life rafts do we have on board, and where are they located? Life rafts' total count is varied, depending on the ship's design and capacity. They are located on both starboard side and port side. There are certain count of life rafts for crew, and certain count of life rafts as a spare. There is certain count of life rafts crane davits located on certain decks. 26. Procedures for davit launch life raft. 1. Prepare launch area, lower embarkation ladder and prepare the container. 2. Draw raft shackle and secure to davit hook. 3. Pull out and secure steering lines, container line, and pull out about 10 meter of painter line and secure end. 4. Lift container by davit, then swing outboard until marked position. 5. Inflate life raft by pulling out remaining length of painter line. 6. Tighten steering lines and secure raft for boarding. 7. Raft person boards first to check, then begin embarkation. When completed, release steering lines. 8. Lower the life raft, then pull the release hook operating line before raft is waterborne, plus or minus 2 meters. When raft is waterborne, the hook releases the rafts. 27. What is the safe distance to stay away from a sinking ship? A safe distance is considered 1.5 length of the ship, for an example, about 300 meters. Please give us a like, click on subscribe, share our videos, and wait for our coming ones.